I think the day of the basketball game at which these were given out, I saw a sign on the Brewer door that said, "First 300 students tonight get a DSD bobblehead," and so I was intrigued. So I went and I got one, of course. And I pulled it out, and it didn't really look like him, but regardless, I thought, this is still really great. This is a well-made bobblehead. It's not just plastic. It's well-made, and it's of my president, my school president. I can't just keep this to myself. I need to share this with the world. Or the Twitter, the hashtag DSDtravels started a couple hours after I got the bobblehead. I was studying in the conference room in the Bold with a couple friends, and I said, "Wait, y'all get on either side of the table and look like you're in a conference, and Dr. Docker is going to be at the head. And I want to start taking a series of photos of just him doing different things around campus." And actually, like the next day after that, I went to Nashville, and so there was lots of like Lifeway and the SBC and the Billy Graham statue, and just lots of pictures. And so I tweeted those, and then I thought, I should make a blog. It's a little more permanent and easy to access and stuff like that. There was a prospective student that was visiting from Norway the week they gave the bobbleheads out, and so she got one, and then when she went back to Norway, she took pictures and sent them to me. So it went international pretty quickly. I was kind of thinking, spring break, people will start going lots of places, and then around the time I was thinking that, I had a couple friends text me and say, "You should like do DSD does spring break." And so I put out posted a little entry on the blog and said, "This is where you get involved. You got your bobblehead, take it with you wherever you go." Not many schools have bobbleheads of their presidents, and I think not many schools would want bobbleheads of their president. And so I think Union is sort of unique that, these were in high demand. I obviously have a huge amount of respect for Dr. Dockery, the real Dr. Dockery, the person. My goal in this is not in any way to make fun of him or anything like that, of course, but Dr. Dockery, I think, is a lot more, I almost want to say approachable than presidents of other schools. When students see him, it's not like, "Oh, who's that guy?" or anything like that. It's like, "Oh, that's Dr. Dockery," and kind of get excited about, like, he's in chapel, he's on the front row. And so when it's like, you can have a Dr. Dockery of your own, I think people are like, "Oh my gosh, I can have this with me wherever I go. I can put it next to my bed, or take it to Italy over spring break," or something like that. So, well, I have not talked to Dr. Dockery personally about it. But I have a friend who talked to Mrs. Dockery. Apparently, Mrs. Dockery and Dr. Dockery both love it. They went through all the pictures that I had up at the time. Mrs. Dockery said that she thought that one of the first pictures of him checking the weather, looking out the window, was a true likeness, in her words. And it's just, I think life is more fun when you have a bobblehead with you when you're traveling. And submit your DSD travels photos over spring break or anytime, whenever.